Good evening, everybody. Good night, or no, good evening, I think is what you say when you say hello.
Talking Dirty
with Maestro.
Not just numbers,
not just stats.
it's about what they mean.
I'm going to send to you the information.
Talking Dirty.
Hello and welcome to Talkin Dirty with your boy. Me. Hey fam, how's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing all right. Look, we got the South Beach Showdown coming up this weekend. And again, all the caveats, another great prep tournament, another great this, another great that, all that stuff is nothing but true. But we're learning a lot about the teams, and we're learning them a lot faster than we normally find out about them. This weekend, it's going to be featuring the Queen City Kings, the Yacht Club, AT Aliens, SimWorld Latin America, Beast of the East, and Southeast Select. And let's just go on and take the mystery out of it all. The team that appears to be the team this weekend is going to be the Yacht Club, with Kenyon Monroe, Darius McBride, and Anthony Simmons. They're just in the top five, and all the stats you need to be in the top five in terms of points per game, how they stop other teams, rebounds, all those other things, and they turn those rebounds into points, and that helps. Queen City Kings have a different set of challenges coming up here this weekend with Elijah Fagler and Marco Jacobs. They just simply cannot turn the ball over. That has been the bugaboo that has hurt them, and they just can't do that this weekend. The AT Aliens have a different set of challenges in that with Joey Justin and Frey Maxwell, they're really good at the three ball. They're going to need volume, though. They're going to need to find a way to fill it up and give themselves an opportunity to take advantage of the really good three-point shooting game that they have. And then, Latin America, now Latin America is really good at the three-ball percentage because they've always had to be, because they've never had the size. But with Pablo Guzman, who we know can fill it up, and Cristobal Hagar, that percentage will also add to volume. And their matchup against the AT Aliens, second game of the day, I believe, we're going to see who makes the most amount of threes versus who has the better three-point percentage. I got a feeling that game is going to be played from way, way downtown. So, get extra minutes on your phone. That's going to make that work. The biggest challenge coming in for teams like Southeast Select with Dexter Jackson, KJ Hills, is they're going to have to find a way to turn their turnovers into points and live in a transition game. And the reality for them is much like what you're going to see with Beast of the East. You have a team that's in the top five in rebounds, and with Jordan Belmont and Malachi King, both of those teams need to live in the transition game. They need to find a way to play in a manner that keeps the other team on their toes and keeps the other teams moving. And it's, everybody has their struggles this weekend, but everybody has their great points, which is going to make style makes fights, right? So we're going to see how that's going to happen and play out. You know the deal. We're going to talk about some other stuff, more tournament specific, and some other examinations of things as we come on the other side.
Thank you for listening to the Maestro. Want to get involved? Bring it.
Drop in discord.gg/SimWorld Hoops.
If you have the brain, join as a coach. If you have the game,
join as a player.
see the game, be the game.
game.
Now, back to the Maestro.
Sorry, we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. And welcome back to Talkin Durty with you boys. So, the South Beach Showdown, we already talked about it in the first half, how it's going to feature a lot of talent. It's going to feature a lot of heads-up awareness in terms of the game, a lot of good coaching too. What is going to pay off ultimately for either one of these teams? Who's going to take it is who's going to be able to play the mental game. Who's going to be able to handle the mental game through the day? What I've been noticing is there are a lot of teams that start off really strong. They play really strong their first two games, get themselves into the semifinals, maybe get themselves into the finals, and then you start to see the dip off. Basketball is as mental a grind as it is a physical a grind. And because you always have to be aware, you always have to adapt. You always have to find yourself in a position to move your game in a way where you can beat your opponent where they're not, but you can also win where they are. And the idea for the teams and challenges I've seen is rarely have we seen the team that started off hot and stayed hot all day. Mostly it's the team that started off okay and got better as the day went along. Now, how do we coach against that? That happens during the week, during classroom time. Film studying, engaging with your teammates, engaging with the team, talking about different scenarios, working them out in practice so they're not a surprise. Living on your base principles, having those fallbacks, making it work, then having the fallback from the fallback when your base principles don't work. All those things happening. You know, these coaches are all top notch. They're all going to put their team in a position to succeed. They're all going to put their team in a position to produce. And more importantly, they're all going to put their team in a position to be prepared. Now, how we handle that is what's going to make the difference of the team and has made the difference in the team every week leading into the championship game. You might be the best team on paper, but it doesn't mean that you're the best team in performing. And that's why we play the games, the old phrase that everybody always says, right? So what does that mean for you if you know you have a talented roster, but the wins are not adding up the way you feel they should? Well, then you need to look at how you are performing collectively. You need to look at how you are producing collectively. And more importantly, when you are performing and when you are producing, because those are the elements that make the championship teams versus those that are not. So I think a lot of prepsters learn a lot about their game this particular year, and it's going to serve them well. As a lot of them are reclassifying, moving up to SimWorld U, and a lot of players are really realizing their value in terms of in prep and how much and how well they're developing. And how it's going to play out is going to tell us a lot about what we're going to see in the upcoming seasons as prep is going to get bigger, as SimWorld U is going to get bigger, more populated with the top players in the world from prep. And I'm here for every single second of it. You know the deal. Holla at your boy. Tell me what you think about the tournament this weekend. Tell me what you think. Now, really, tell me what you think that teams need to do to be successful during a tournament. Where does it happen? When does it happen? How does it play out? How do you learn and put that learning into action as quick as possible? Yell at your boy. You know I want to hear what you got to say. And you know the deal. No matter what we say, no matter what we do, never let Jason Bourne borrow your car.
Like I need to talk to somebody.
Thank you for listening to Maestro.
Thank you again for checking out Maestro. Drop a tag below and give us a piece of your mind. See you next time.
Well, thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day.